Greetings, I am Lion.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
Woo!
Alrighty, so we have realized that Miki doesn't have a crying face, which is interesting, because she actually was sobbing there, which is heavier crying than, has necessarily happened in other scenes, where they were just sort of crying sadly. And, sobbing is pretty good, but the fact that she doesn't actually have a tear illustration is sort of interesting.
Yes!
Anyway, Miki stops crying.
I wonder if they had a limitation of, how many faces you could have.
Maybe. And they might have chosen a different expressive face for her. Like, that could have been one of the guidelines of each person gets 5 faces or something.
Right? Trying to make it as simple as possible kind of thing?
Mm-hmm. That kind. Whew. I needed that. Sometimes you just need a good cry.
It's fine.
So, your bed is made. Time to get under the sheets. She just sat on your bed and bawled for a minute and soaked her gloves with her tears because she did put her hands in her face and sobbed.
Yeah.
And now
and she's not going to wash them. It'll be fine.
It's okay.
Yep.
We've talked about the incredible, lack of bacteria farm that these cloth gloves are throughout this game, and you know what? It just continues. It's all right.
It's a little scary, to say the least.
She helps me back into my bed. Back into my bed sounds kind of funny since she helped you out way earlier this morning.
Yeah.
But I guess it's sort of helping you back into your bed from getting out for your midnight adventure, I guess.
Yeah.
You could just say she helps me into bed.
Yeah. It's back just into the bed.
Yep, into the bed. It's fine. And if you ever tell anyone that you saw me crying, I'm going to put mayonnaise in your juice. That's really specific.
That's also really aggressive.
Also, you'd think I'd be able to see it because mayonnaise is oil-based, and so it's not going to actually create, oh wait, I'm not smart enough for that. Sorry.
I just had to look at my friend, and I'm like...
educated enough for that. I wouldn't understand what, an emulsion is.
Yeah.
So...
Which is...
Okay, mayonnaise in my juice. Oh, no. So scary. All right, this is the Halloween episode. So scary.
So scary.
We laugh at the same time.
Mayonnaise, is that like saying you're going to cream in my juice?
Oh my God, my friend. I think I'm any better, but
Well, you know what it said. I was like, put mayonnaise in your juice. Is that a euphemism?
You know what? Oh, man, I'm just going to put some mayonnaise in your juice.
Hey, baby, what's up?
Usually I would expect that to work the other way with anatomy. What?
Are you?
Nothing. Just thinking of WAP.
Got some holes in this house. Got some holes in this...
All right. Good night, mister. Sleep well, you hear?
Also, you do not know what anybody gets up to and...
In this hospital?
Yes.
At all, you don't.
Nope.
We just know that our good gran goes around scratching, knocking, and moaning scratching on and knocking doors.
Yep.
And moaning next to them during the night.
Yep, because that's what patients with Alzheimer's do.
That is what has been canonically described, that she will scratch and knock and moan at people's doors.
It's fine.
And that's a thing in this game. And that's fine.
I'm fine.
You too, Miki. Oh, not me. I'm pulling an all-nighter. You know how I was here all day? I'm also working all night. 24-hour shifts are very popular in this hospital, but also since I'm scheduled for the day shift tomorrow, I am also going to be doing more like a...
36 hours.
A 36-hour shift.
Yeah,
That'll be good.
I've heard of nurses doing shit like that, and damn.
I have not.
I have also heard of them doing 72-hour shifts, and they suck.
I have never heard of that, but as far as I know, you can't just do that. You'd have to have some
They say for a period of time. Yeah. Oh no. I'm not saying they stay on their feet the whole time.
Oh.
No, because you do also have to take breaks and shit. But I have heard, I've heard, so I don't exactly remember, but it was one thing I remember being discussed when my dad worked at hospitals sometimes.
Sometimes it would happen.
There were some reports just of people just I worked, for 72 hours and then I went home and crashed. Kind of thing. And then you always sleep on your breaks.
Right.
You're just fuck food, man. Who needs to eat?
Who needs to eat, right? Or I'll eat while I'm doing my paperwork part of portion things,
yep.
Right? I'm pulling an all-nighter. It's part of my job as a nurse. Pulling all-nighters. That's part of the job.
Honestly,
you know how?
That has been an argument with nurses a lot of times. That's just a part of the job. Like,
That's been
I've
an
heard...
argument of exploiting labor forever.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, is that it's just part of the job. You hired for this job. That's just part of the job description.
Oh, actually, it
And
even reminds me of where people talk about, for example, like even, so this is for anybody who's currently also still in school, where there has been an argument made for the fact that the reason why we have homework is also potentially to basically get people used to the fact that overtime is going to be necessary, and there's lots of work that you are expected to do that you're never basically going to get paid for.
Yeah.
That work and homework is literally there to just invade into your time.
that part of the homework model, because school is generally meant to prepare people for the workforce model that we have right now in our
Yep.
capitalistic society, and that the experience is part of homework is teaching you to just do as you're told no matter what,
Yep.
and to be used to working overtime without, basically other recognition for it.
Mhm.
And that's going to be part of your life. And if you get used to it, you do well with it, you'll do really well in the workforce, because that's how that happens too. Except that doesn't mean that you're not being pushed into things you shouldn't be doing. Just because it's really normal and it's really popular doesn't mean it's good. And we haven't even well defined what it looks like to exploit or not exploit a labor force, but generally it is considered that many people in the lower class working, like in is it your blue collar jobs that are the lowest ones, or?
I think blue collar is a little bit higher, where it actually just
Well,
oh
it's
no
not
no
your
white
white collar.
collar. White collar's higher, and then is it blue collar? You're gonna forgive me. I don't
Anyway,
exactly
so your
remember.
lowest level jobs basically are all considered to generally be handled in a way that exploits labor, because otherwise they wouldn't be sustainable as they are. And that is a big statement, and I'm not going to go get the research to back it up, but that is what I understand at the moment, and here we go.
But there's also the fact that we do have to say that that's actually one of the reasons why, at least in the United States, that part of the union forces that actually fought basically with corporations years ago was to establish a 40-hour work week, was because everybody's labor was being exploited, and they were going, you guys should only have to work this much in order to live. And minimum wage, if anybody knows what minimum wage was truly established for, it really was about the minimum amount of money required to live basically at a certain baseline that was considered to be acceptable.
Right. It was basically, you had to be able to do what was considered your standard American dream, which is buy a house and support a family.
Right.
So you should be able to own one car, pay a mortgage, and feed wife and kids by working your minimum wage job, because your minimum wage was to get you through life, the basics. That was when it was way back established before inflation. Anyway, job as a nurse. Now, I don't want you doing any of that ghost hunting stuff again. All right? Once is enough. Trust me, as soon as I found out it was Granny Baba all along, I was relieved. I don't need another explanation. I'm willing to believe it's her. If she wants to come scratch and moan at my door at night, I'll just be okay with that. Just so you know.
Yeah, sounds good.
I promise not to meddle any further.
Yep.
Good. Nighty-night. With that, nighty-night, Miki leaves me alone.
Goodbye. And then I'm alone.
He has such a big dramatic production of being alone every time. Sigh. Well, time to go to sleep. I mean, it's like 3 a.m. and you have only slept a couple of hours, and you slept poorly last night, and you said you were tired, and now you're just going, I hate being left alone. Sigh. I doze off easily, knowing that nothing's going to disturb me tonight. Not even the music guy in the corner.
Music guy. Perfect.
It's still dark. What happened? Why am I awake again? Sometimes that happens, bro. It's okay. It was the really perfect... you know what? The fact that you didn't comment on the fact that your bed was made beautifully, like, I cannot help but comment on really nice, crisp, well-made bed sheets. Like a newly made bed is so comfy.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like if there's the little happy dance that people do for various things, I have one of like brand new sheets on the bed. New. Very
do
happy.
the little dance.
Do the little wiggle dance once you're in the bed. It's so good.
It is good.
Knock. Oh, wait. There we go. Huh? Who's that? Must be Rena. I recognize her soft knocks. Oh, sorry.
Hang
on. There we go, soft knocks.
Soft knocks.
I sit up in bed. What should I do? Well, last time we didn't answer the door, and you think you know who it is.
Oh, we have to.
I would say come in, because it's really hard for you to get out of your bed. And honestly, I feel like as much as you've complained about being tired and being overwhelmed, you really would just say come in. Like, and also because you haven't really gone and answered your door yourself much anyway, even when there is door stuff happening, because she knocks and comes in kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't tried to answer your door. I'm just going to say come in because it's a big production to get out of your bed, and I don't feel like you'd want to do that production of, getting your wheelchair and moving yourself out of your bed and getting into it.
Right?
Come in. The door slowly opens. Rena? The empty corridor looms before me. We're going to continue the ghost plot.
Really?
The door just stays open. From the bed, I can see that there's no one there. Rena, that's not funny. Do you know what time it is? 'Cause I haven't told the players. Then it appears out of nowhere. Huh? The ghost of a woman stands before me. There are no men in this game. Like, wow.
Oh my
That's
god! I'm like,
amazing.
we're actually gonna try to do jump scares in this
I
game.
guess. I try to scream, but the sound seems to be stuck in my throat. It's okay. You promised yourself that this time you would use the nurse call button.
Do it!
You promised. Let's do it. They're not even going to illustrate the ghost? Why aren't you illustrating the ghost? You just make it a gray figure that's sort of blurry. A small part of me feels relieved that I'm finally seeing the ghost.
Play my nurse girlfriend, and then eventually we're gonna have a ghost in it, and then we're not gonna tell you what it is, and then we're just gonna go back to casually seducing older women. Whee!
It's okay.
Great!
But an even bigger part of me feels nothing but terror. I am validated, vindicated, peeing my pants.
Mark me down as scared and horny.
Scared and validated. But terror. Pure terror. The telephone is not that scary, my bro.
It's fine.
Sound like you want to sneeze, but I don't want to mock anybody who has fear responses
yeah.
that aren't predictable. Because you know what? Fear can look like anything for you, and it is okay if you fight, flight, freeze, panic, whatever it is. Or, it's all okay. If you're scared, that's your fear. I am not able to scream. Neither am I able to flee. Of course. And I cannot press the call button. I do what scaredy cats normally do in this situation.
Oh my god, we're back to that again.
Oh, you faint. Slowly but surely, I begin to lose consciousness. Fainting.
That's
see
a
the ghost.
scaredy cat maneuver?
Apparently, scaredy cats faint at the sight of terror, the experience of terror, the feel of terror.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
Everything goes black. I'm disappointed they didn't illustrate a ghost. Oh, that's the chapter break, dudes. Well, that's an interesting choice for a chapter break.
What?
Many, many, many dots later. So we passed out, and so many dots.
There's some dots in this house.
Slowly, slowly, I open my eyes. What happened? Miki left, and then it's all a blur after that. Am I dreaming my hospital room? Or am I dead?
Nonsense! You're still in Rosewood!
Am I dreaming, Rosewood?
Huh?
And you? You look great, by the way. Louisa! I didn't see you there! Why are you in my room so often when I'm sleeping? It seems to be a recurring thing. You're just here while I'm sleeping.
Yep.
Doing stuff. Do you know I haven't had a bath in like a week? But my sheets were clean. Thought I'd just notice. It's okay.
You're fine.
And you didn't see me either. I'm slightly offended, mister. Miki, you're here too? You were both watching me sleep.
Great. Don't forget about me, mister!
Rena, why are you here?
Why is everyone here?
And Rena! Wow! What are you all doing here? Good question, mister. Well done. Piano guy in the corner. Ping, ping. Ping. I don't know either. Just soft music.
Let me get also my harmonica.
Spice up your panic attack with a harmonica. I can't believe it. They're all here. In my room.
What?
With me.
Hello.
Wow. Were they watching me? Thank you for asking that question, because we have been asking that question. Are they watching me sleep?
We were waiting for you to wake up.
You were all watching me sleep.
Uh-huh.
I guess that answers my question. Why were they all waiting for you to wake up? Wake up? Why? And why 2 professionals and 1 patient? What happened? And why no doctor if it's serious? What are we talking about?
I found you sleeping on the floor this morning. You almost gave me a heart attack.
I. Oh.
I almost
Did
popped
I?
right out of my left tit. It was really bad.
Did I pass out onto the floor somehow? Interesting.
And I apologize. My comments on Luisa's body type are probably lodged in something that I should probably deal with, and I definitely might need to deal with. But I also find it really frustrating in terms of where they're like, again, mature characters equals huge boobs, and that's the thing of where I said immediately going, she's the MILF, she's the mother you'd love to fuck, and going, that seems to be a weird association in anime that really bugs the crap out of me. Where they're like, if you're a mature woman, you have larger tits, and that's how it works in anime, and it irritates me
because maturity levels are totally related to physiological proportions.
Yeah.
If they were, honestly, wouldn't that be amazing? Like, I went and got breast implants so I could be more mature, gathered, collected, aware, and sympathetic to my reality. Damn, cool as hell.
Right.
It's a requirement before you become a politician because it requires wisdom as a as the part of the discipline to go get breast implants. Everyone gets them.
Oh God, you'd get so much more discourse though about, are they fake?
No, but automatically gets you wisdom. Doesn't matter if they're fake. The fake ones give you wisdom too.
Oh,
you have to get the breast implants because they give you wisdom. You're suddenly endowed with wisdom.
Oh God.
So if you're it's okay if you don't have natural wisdom. Store-bought is fine.
If your brain doesn't make serotonin on its own,
Sorry,
store-bought is fine.
Natural maturity. My bad. Maturity. They're all very mature. So no one will ever behave like babies or like children or immaturely ever if they have big enough boobs.
All right. Everybody, regardless of gender or identity or body experience, you must get larger boobs.
I would say if you have really large boobs, obviously you are utterly endowed with that maturity.
Yeah.
Because that is the canon we're working with here. And you just inherently have it. So just look at your breasts and figure out how mature you are. Here we go.
Yep.
All right. And then that's, according to the anime canon, that is what it is. You're more mature.
I cannot believe they all three, two of them, which you've pointed out, are professionals and should be doing other work.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of which is a sick patient.
Yep.
Three of them, just hanging out in your room.
Yep, just hanging out in your room going, why would I invite another patient to just hang out here? Well, we give Rena hospital duties, like escorting, our Alzheimer's patients back to their rooms, because she's been here so long, I guess.
What? Yeah, we thought something happened to you.
Something did. I slept on the floor. That's a thing happening to me. But did something really happen to you, mister? Miki shoves forward.
Elbow.
Why were you sleeping on the floor? Hits Rena with a clipboard, hits Louisa with her elbow. Bap! Why were you really sleeping on the floor? Boy, they're pushing me into a corner.
What is with
this
the level
weird
of assault?
Interrogation.
Yeah.
I was so worried about you. I brought another professional and a patient with me.
Yes.
For reasons.
And
I didn't call the doctor. I was just so worried. I brought a fellow nurse and another patient.
Yep.
Okay. I can't just say that I saw a ghost last night. They wouldn't believe me.
It doesn't matter.
Even though both, Rena believed you and Luisa's like, I can believe you. It just doesn't matter if I believe you.
Right? Going, you just shouldn't worry about it.
3 dynamically different stands on ghosts, so Guess I should just lie. Now we don't get to choose not to lie.
Oh, God.
What should I tell them?
Excuse?
Whoa. I sleepwalked. I probably fainted. The floor was better than the bed. Oh my God.
I mean, I probably fainted is the
isn't
closest.
really a lie.
No.
I feel like since he's like, I guess I should lie, and he's not demonstrated himself to be very creative or very quick thinking on his feet, I think he's going to lie about what actually happened and say, I probably fainted.
He's a little bit
those people who lie, that's half the truth anyway, and that's the best they can do?
Right.
They're like, it must have happened. And you're like, I'm saying, did you do it? It must have happened. And you're like, we're not in disagreement as to whether or not it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But did you do it?
Did you?
It could have happened with me. Okay, honey. Okay,
Honey, please.
Dear, small one. Innocent person who is trying to be more devious than they are. I probably fainted. Yeah. You know me, I was so tired last night that my weak body, that was worn out from rolling a wheelchair through a morgue, just gave way.
Oh, dear. I'm glad nothing happened to you.
Yeah. After Miki tucked me in, I just fainted right out of my bed.
I was thinking, what the fuck?
Fainted, you say? Are you just saying that you didn't... Wait, are you saying that you didn't feel yourself fainting? What?
Some people, okay, so I love that where people are like, oh my god, like, they don't know what fainting feels like if you've never fainted before. Like, you've heard about it, and you
Okay.
can kind of guess at it, but
Okay, also, there are different types of faints. In the same way that you can have a different experience falling asleep, where I don't even remember falling asleep. Yeah, I remember drifting into sleep. God, I was just asleep so fast. Whatever it is, you can have different experiences, or the same experience with anything. You can have different experiences of what fainting is. There's not a universal light switch off experience of fainting. There can be a gradual faint. In fact, I was even talking to a friend about this just yesterday, actually, an experience of if your body gets so overwhelmed with pain, you often will pass out.
Right.
But if that overwhelm happens gradually, it can feel like intense sort of, not really sleepiness, but the inability to stay awake.
Right.
And so there's an experience of massive pain, I passed out, and just hitting your pain threshold slowly as it keeps ratcheting up, and your brain going, I'm shutting down other functions to deal with this.
Right.
Until you're basically like, and it just sort of passed out. You're like, but did you pass out or go to sleep? Kind of, so it can be a lot of different things. But are you saying you didn't feel yourself fainting? I don't think everybody feels themselves fainting at all times. Like, I think it's possible, and you totally can. You can have fainting episodes where you feel it coming on, and where you feel it, yourself losing your consciousness, but I do not think that's a universal experience. But we're going to find out about feeling yourself fainting in the next one.
So, thank you very much, friends, for joining us, guys. Yes, if you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. I got some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!